Up in store here between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Play action. Fields gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And 22 more yards there, and another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields. And this will be incomplete. The Bears at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. It's been really a lost first month of the season, that's for sure.
And they still believe they have potential. They still believe they're a good team. But they have to absolutely start showing it right now. 0-4? That doesn't even sound right to them. But let's face it, you are what your record says you are until you break out of it.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields will get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Such a tough position to defend on the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Fields. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Well, Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff and field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Here we go. Here we go. Now Patterson to start the drive. Oh, it's Cordell Patterson. 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Cordero Patterson. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And the slot man goes in motion left. Back to Montgomery on second down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. We'll call that a 41-yard punt. The net a little greater, though, following a loss on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 36 yards on the play.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
And plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here we go. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Gun. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man left side. It's the tight end Tunyon. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. The quick slant caught. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Patterson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Here we go. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. Dillon. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jason Kabinda, his 1st touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Back to throw, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A shotgun snap. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And he coughed it up. And the Packers pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you.
Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. Taking it right down Broadway. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return? Everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home.
But I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a one-score game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He has it complete to Christian Watson. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Patterson, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get it all. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Defensively, that's been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And there's so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
2nd down and 3. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Play action. It's Fields. But for left side, taken in by Kmet. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
I give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some room to run now. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
From the 39, Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Fields now to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
To the air again, Fields. Dancing to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Here we go. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half, because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 87 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football up and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they just got to find a way to go.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw is Fields. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
They'll give it to Patterson. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down now, Haywood. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be 1st down Bears.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. On 1st down, Haywood. And able to get this to the 31.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Haywood, and he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 26.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Haywood, and he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch it between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
Running for it, Montgomery. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Fields on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet from 10 yards out. And the Bears are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Try to run it in with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Burrow. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Jaquan Brisker getting sent on the safety blitz, and he was able to finish it off.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact caught the ball free, and it's 4th down. And there's the Packers punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! N'Keal Harry, 51 yards. And the Bears strike quickly to take the lead here in the 4th. Santos now to add the PAT. It's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. That just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, well, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here we go. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Patterson on the draw play. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 108 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, here we go. He seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, going back to Patterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
11 empty.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Up the middle they go. Haywood. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Here's Fields. Got a man open. That's Harry. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Chicago, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week to take on